Yo. It's your boy Boss, man. Yes. We got to bring you this news because this is a day to celebrate and I'm dead serious. Because your boy, I ain't gonna definitely say I done drunk some Kool-Aid. No, sir. But I'm feeling way more optimistic about the offense. I've been just peeping the game. And you know your boy Boss, man. When I start peeping stuff, I'm gonna bring it to the nation. And we gonna talk about it. Because the tea leaves are coming out to me, and it's making all the sense in the world. That we go enjoy this season, alright? The regular season, we got some fun. The playoffs, we gonna see. But get ready. The offense will rebound in 2022 for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm almost certain now. I've been peeping this game. I'm gonna bring it to you. And that's a big deal come from me. Other people might say that and they just trying to give you some content. Nah. When I'm telling you, it's because I feel like I've seen it. For real. Alright? Because I can tell you, it ain't nobody been really watching this offense like me. For real. It's a few that been sounding their alarm real loud and killing more for a minute. Like my boy West Coast. He been doing this thing. But I'm telling you, nobody been talking about this system and putting more work on this system than me. So if I'm telling you, you getting ready to have a good time, I ain't lying. Y'all give me a second. Let me build this plane. I'll be right back. Yes, indeed. All right, man. Yes, indeed, man. Let's get it. Always excited to talk about these Dallas Cowboys. And it's freestyle. It's a freestyle Sunday. Alright. Scoot up. Alright, let me get my stuff together. Y'all be patient with me. So we gonna talk about this. I'm excited to have this conversation. Before I do, I always want to say hello to the people that's in the building. I see y'all in here on a Sunday. So let me say what's up, and then I'm gonna get right into it. All right, we go say what's up to the people that's in the building. As y'all coming in the building, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff as y'all coming on in. But yeah, let me say hello to the people that's already here. We always want to do that. So we see Richard in the house. He said, "What's up, boss? What's going on, Richard?" My boss C, Mr. Day One, he say, "Let's go." Yeah, what's up, C? Mr. Day One, William Blackwell. What's up, boss, with the Yoga Flames?
Yoga fire!
And then my boy Renell in the house, man. Shout out to my boy Renell. This show is courtesy of my boy Renell. Yeah, this is
Yoga
because of
fire!
you, big dog. My boy Renell in the building. He said Soulful Sunday. Yeah, man, y'all kick back, enjoy your food, and chill out and talk football with Boss Cowboy Sports. Y'all get ready to get on these phones too. Then my boy Coach Marvin has said, "What's up, my main man, Boss Cowboy? I got to salute your boy West Coast today. Boy, go get him, boss." Hey, my boy West Coast go hard. That's why I shot him out too in my intro, because he's a very good mind for the Dallas Cowboys. You know, some people don't like my boy because he got a very strong personality. He's very assertive. He's very unapologetic in his opinions. But I know he puts a lot of thought into his takes, and he has a lot of forethought. Sleep on West Coast if you want to, you're a fool. So let me keep going. I see Todd in the building. She say, "What's up, Boss Cowboy Sports?" in chat. What's up, everybody? And then I like this comment. Somebody said, "Sign Will Fuller and Treader." I like that, man. I like that thought. I really do. So I'm going to say what's up to a couple of more people. If Kellen Moore haven't improved, then adjustments is going to be the same. Right. So let me keep, because I'm going to come right back to that. And then my boy Antoine say, "As y'all enter family, hit that like." Yes, you right. And then True Vibes. She the queen of Twitter. She hold down Twitter for my show. Appreciate Miss True Vibes. She say, "Oh, shoot." Yeah. Yeah, and then Chris said, it's about that time. Salute, Boss Cowboy. All right, yeah, what's up, everybody, man? So we gonna get into this content. We gonna take some phone calls, and we gonna get down to the nitty gritty. So before I get into this, I want to kind of set the stage, right? So obviously we dealing with today. My opinion is the offense will rebound in 2022 for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking about in big games. In big games, because our offense is already statistically up there. We have statistically a very good offense, but in big games we are lacking. You know what I mean? So when you see me saying this is why I gotta lay the groundwork, because I've put in a lot of work to reveal and expose the the risk of this committee system. Okay. And because I've been looking at it aggressively for a while. So let me just show you some of it started after the Arizona game. Okay. Because I did a video and I was confident that we was getting ready to beat Arizona, because we was going against Arizona's B team, right? They corners was banged up. A lot of their key players was banged up. They didn't have a running back. They didn't have Hopkins. They didn't have none of the key things that you need to beat a team as hot as what the Dallas Cowboys was. And on top of that, we was very healthy. Tank was back. Neville Gallimore was back. Tristan Hill was back. It was so much that was saying we should run through Arizona. I was like, for sure. And I said in that video, I said, if we lose this game, we got big problems. And we know what happened. And it sent me to the lab. And when I came back from the lab, I was really seeing the problem, because I was listening to Kellen Moore and his post-game press conferences, and I was listening to him how he was addressing Amari, and I kept hearing him talk about we like he was a Frenchman or something. We. And when they was asking him about Amari, he kept talking about when we have good weeks at practice. I said, hold on. And that's when I start seeing the system failure. For the first time, I was like, this dude is in here with a freaking system versus playmakers. And I began to go aggressively on content. Stay with me, because I'm laying the groundwork before I get into this content. So stay with me. it started with this video where I said Kellen Moore is falling for the same ego trap that hurt his mentor Scott Linehan. And I kept going. I had more content. I said the offensive power dilemma between Kellen, Mike, and Jerry. Then I went even farther and talking about Kellen Moore needs to go and not Joe Philman. Then I started digging deeper into the committee system, and I called Kellen Moore's system is fool's gold, but with real gold potential. I also talked about how it was obvious that the Super Bowl winners was going at playmakers versus trying to focus on a system of average players to win. They went right at their best players. And I went at Kellen Moore's system again. The entire time, it was also Hall of Famers that was coming out loud against Kellen Moore and his system. Loud. I mean, extremely loud. So I'm still laying the groundwork. But this is all this year. This is all what's going on. This is a very loud trumpet that's, well, it should be louder, but it was loud for a moment. So as I was talking about this, so was the Hall of Famers. But I still was even more aggressive. I called into 105.3 The Fan and got that question into them and had them talk about it. And they did, and I appreciate it. They spent a pretty good amount of time talking about the Kellen Moore system. They kind of skirted around the answer to me. They never really kind of dug into Kellen. They was kind of making it a universal blame. When the Hall of Famers was very loud against Kellen Moore specifically, they was talking about could it be Dak and all this kind of stuff. But they did, and they starting to even louder look at Kellen Moore as I listened to the Fan and other outlets. But I didn't stop. I talked about how then Stephen Jones confirmed it when he was at the Senior Bowl, where he actually came out with it. And y'all know I've been using that sound clip since. And then I talked about the committee system is built to make the playoffs and not win Super Bowls. Just exposing it. Putting in a lot of work. Then my boy Renell sent me something that showed me Romo warned about the committee system. He sure did. I've done content on every one of these where even Romo talked about that it's gonna work in the beginning, but then they go figure you out. And that's exactly what Romo talked about. Then I also exposed Jimmy Johnson because he also came out against the committee system. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, out of all of that, I think the best work that I've ever done on this committee system was the one that I most recently did. Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore offensive philosophy. Matchups versus system. That's the best one. I swear that's the best. That put it all together. If you have any question marks on trying to get an understanding of the dilemma of our offense, this video will break it down. But what was the whole point of going through all of that work that I've done and the OC have done to really expose and try to bring solutions against this committee system? What's the whole point? It's because I'm really seeing y'all, because I want to show, first of all, I don't think it's nobody that's put as much work into this as us. That's the main reason of showing you. And that should also show you that we've been keeping up with this. This ain't something that we just, decided that we was gonna try to make a video on and try to get some views on this. This was something that we really see as a potential risk to our season. So I said all that to bring it home, really. That it's a very big deal when I'm telling you that this offense is going to rebound. Because who else has been banging the drum against this offense like me? Just on the cool. I can maybe say West Coast. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's been very consistently against Kellen Moore. That for sure. I can say that about my brother for sure. I've heard Skywalker do some videos on this, so I'm not acting like I'm alone. I'm not alone on this. But at the same time, this is a very, very big deal for me to be telling you that the offense will rebound. And I'm getting ready to tell you why. But before I do, let's take some calls, because I want to first kind of get through that. And let's open up the phone lines, freestyle. You don't even have to talk about what I'm talking about either. But we got the call lines open now, so y'all go ahead and call on in. And then we can talk some ball before I start telling you why I believe this offense is getting ready to rebound. And I'm talking about in big games. In big games. I ain't talking about versus the Giants. Shit. Hold on. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss, what's going on, brother?
What's up?
Hey, man, I know you're trying to go to work, man, but I believe you, too. I believe, I think that this is the vast amount of heat that has been put on.
Yep.
And I commend.
That's it.
I commend you and everyone that has talked about it, because that's not resting on our laurels of a first ranked offense and letting people set the narrative out there about you being the first ranked offense, because we're giving, y'all are giving the football side of things to show you that everything that glitters not gold.
Right.
And that's what we have to understand. It's crazy that we don't see. It's crazy that it goes back to what I've been saying, and I probably have said this many times to you and on your show. The biggest thing in life and the biggest thing in football is to be who you are and know what makes you best, and to do that. And if you don't do that and you try to conform to someone else's way and get away from what you are, ultimately, you're not going to be successful or not get your greatest potential. And that's what I think the Cowboys, because the league is want it to be one way, because they want the Cowboys to be the star, and Jerry and them wants us to be the star. You know what I told you what that is. Talked about relentlessly. So that's what they want us to be, the star.
Talked about relentlessly.
So
that's great.
This is where we hone in on the things that can and get things together. I told you about that other day about, it's great that we're coming up with solutions to try to help, because we want to see our Cowboys win.
Right.
Solutions with Tony Pollard, Kelly being in the press box, running the ball, or getting your targets, attacking your stars and not being in the system. Just this overall confidence thing. So I commend you, man, as being a great Cowboy fan and doing a great show. And I don't even really have to really do it too many comments, because most time me and you be right on point with our thing, and I know you're going to express that in the rest of your show. But I just wanted to let you know, man, that I appreciate you, and the Cowboy Nation appreciates you, and keep on doing what you're doing, my brother.
Thank you, Coach. But what you got on football, Coach? What you got on football? Before you go, what's your thoughts? Any more thoughts on why you think the offense is going to rebound? Before
I think the offense is going to rebound, because I think this whole whim of things are coming. You know something? I think less receivers without Amari Cooper. I hate to say this, and y'all people may not think it, but I think our offense may be more efficient, because now we don't have that glaring thing of saying, we got guys and we got to go to them where we got the thing that we can utilize and be just as explosive. I don't understand why people don't understand that we got two of the best running backs in this NFL that teams are fearful of. But they will not tell you that because people don't tell you what they're fearful of. They try to tell you about other things because that's what they want you to go to because they try to shy away from what they're fearful of. So that's why all this negative talk about, Zeke gonna be washed up, Tony Pollard, you may not get. That's why these people do this because they will set the table for the other guys. I bring on and I'm saying this one thing. Dez Bryant had his best season when the year DeMarco Murray ran wild. He had 88 catches for 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns. Because DeMarco Murray created positions where he was catching 15 and 20-yard passes. Not just 5 and 6 yard passes. Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, and DeMarco Murray had their best season in 2014.
Yeah.
And we ran the ball more than we passed the ball. Tony Romo had his best stats, MVP candidate. Dez Bryant had 16 touchdowns, averaging 15 yards a catch, and he did 1,300 yards only on 88 catches.
Right.
So if you utilize those two backs back there now, CeeDee Lamb could have 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, and look like he's killing the league. But utilize all the weapons you have in cohesion with each other and make yourself dominant, because football is always about the sum of the parts. Sum of the parts. I'll keep listening to you, boss.
All right, Coach. I got you, man. Appreciate the call.
All right, guys.
All right. That was Coach Marv. All right, so I 100% agree with what he was talking about on why the offense is going to rebound. And we talking about big games. And it's still a risk. I haven't taken a big gulp at all. I haven't even sipped Kool-Aid on Kellen Moore. But at the same time, I'm just watching very closely the signs. All right. And I'm going to get into some of those signs real quick. So one of the things that's making me have optimism that this offense is going to turn around in big games is because you got to really listen to all the factors that's kind of letting you know that the debate is in the building. See, when I'm debating it, it's good. When you heard Emmitt Smith, Aikman, and all them talking about it, yeah, that's good. That's good. But it's way better when you know the debate of matchups versus committee system is actually in the building. Okay? That's what you want to know. And we getting more and more confirmation of what was loud on the outside is now a major conversation on the inside. So on the outside, on this video's particular, I showed how it's a lot of discussion on the outside, especially with the former Hall of Famers, on us, the Dallas Cowboys, going with a system versus matchups. And let me show you this real quick, because this was sent to me from my boy Renell, and I never even knew this. Never. Okay? My boy Renell sent this to me, and Dez Bryant said this on our offense. He said, let's be very clear. If Dallas wanted Amari Cooper to have a unbelievable year, he could have. Too much talent over there to be running a system-based offense. Oh my God. Kellen Dak need to work on pre-check and identifying the one-on-one matchups and start playing chess.
Finish him.
Yes. But that conversation, that one is now in the building. And it's being led by particular people. Okay? The people that's leading the campaign on committee versus matchup football, Mike McCarthy. And now I'm going to go ahead and add Mr. Dak Prescott. All right. I'm going to add to the list Mr. Dak Prescott because I want y'all to listen. Because I showed this when I was talking about Brad Sham, but I didn't go deep into it. And I want y'all to really listen to Brad Sham, and as he discusses the feeling of Dak and what he got when he was interviewing Dak about the usage of CeeDee Lamb. So listen to this. Here we go.
I'll tell you another thing that I got a chuckle out of 2 weeks ago at OTAs, and this is, again, the opportunity to talk to guys in the locker room. There was all the talk about how they've got to use both Lamb and Pollard more than they did last year. They got to get the ball to them. And when there weren't a lot of people around, I said to him, when Witten was a rookie, Parcells used to say, we've got to find a way to get the ball to Witten. And I said, I would say to Babe on the air, hey, Babe, how can they get the ball to Witten? And Babe would say, throw it. That would be the best way to do it. So Dak laughed, and he said, yeah. And he said, and that's what we've got to do with Lamb. And I said, well, you've got the
Hold on real quick.
Ball. I mean, aren't you going to decide? And the look on his face and the look in his eye indicated to me that he's way ahead of everybody on that, and how much. Now, you didn't ask me about Lamb, but I think this is a thing that we're going to get a look at once the season gets going. It seems to me that Dak sees everything in Lamb that you want to see from a number one receiver.
Let me pause right quick. See, that's what you want to hear. For anybody that's just as concerned as I am over the flawed system, because the system works against weaker opponents. That's why I called it fool's gold before. It works when it's going against the Giants, going against Philly, going against the Redskins. Oh, that system looks phenomenal. But when they go against Kansas City, when they go against San Fran, right? That system let you down. Okay? Especially when you go against formidable opponents, right? Arizona. People that was really hunting for top playoff positions, right? So that's where it failed you. But when you hear him talk about Dak coming across as if he's way ahead, to me that's telling me that they have been doing real self-reflection on that system versus playmakers. And that's an indication, right? That's a major indication that they have been doing self-reflection in that building, right? And that the noise that's been coming from especially influential people is in the building and making sense to some. You see what I'm saying? It's making sense to some, because he said that Dak was looking at him like, bro, we are targeting CeeDee Lamb, unlike we did not basically with Cooper. And so B. Bird came in last week and he said, he raised a good point. He said, could Dak and should Dak have spoke up more about the lack of targets? That is a real question. And I'm talking about the lack of targets for Amari.
Yoga fire.
That is a real question. Because sometimes the downside of Dak is Dak sometimes, to me, is too trusting to the people that's around him. He is kind of, he's not, I'm going to try to say this the right way. Dak is not an asshole enough sometimes. I think sometimes you got to be a jerk. Sometimes you got to be assertive. Sometimes you got to bend the rules. You know, I know Kelly Moore, you know, was your boy, right? And Dak, to me, I don't know this for a fact, but he comes across to me as let's trust the vision of the leadership type of guy, where he don't push back enough. Just keeping it real now. See, y'all think I be on my boy Dak nuts. No, I'm gonna keep it real about him too. Okay? And there are certain times to where you should push back just because you are seeing an issue and a risk of doing it the way they're doing it. So B Bird raised a good point last week. B Bird came in here and said, and I had to agree. It's like, think about it. Because sometimes, like, I'm gonna put it like this. It's certain people that would never love this channel. They will hate this channel to the day they die because they view me wrong. And the OC, they don't understand the spirit of us. See, we say stuff that a lot of times people don't want to hear, but we saying it because we care. So some people look at this channel and say, you guys are negative. You guys never have anything positive to say.
Bruh.
Yeah. And it's people because they don't want to hear it. They only want to hear, we're going to win a Super Bowl. We're going to be undefeated. And we're going to go straight to the Super Bowl. And they're going to be like, yeah, Cowboys for life. Yeah, I like this channel. Yeah. But when somebody say, bro, we headed towards a cliff. We need to turn around. No, we headed towards a cliff, damn it. No, stop this bus. That's me. That was Amari. Because do y'all remember the Philly game? What did he do? He got on Dak. He said, Dak, bro, we are running stop routes this whole game. This is stupid. They sitting on it, Dak. This is all out in the public. And Dak said to him, going to the trait on Dak, he said to him, man, just do what they say. Think about that, bro. Amari laid out a clear case of why they needed to change. A clear case. He wasn't out there emotional like, just give me the ball, damn it, Dak. I'm a receiver. I'm your number one. I haven't touched the ball all day. No, he gave him the chest side. He told him chest wise. He told him straight up. He told him straight up. He said, bro, we need to change because they are sitting on our routes. Meaning they know what we're doing and they're calling their defense based on what we're doing. Dak's answer was basically, so what? Do it anyway because the coaches said. That goes to a mentality. That's what I'm saying. Dak is not an asshole enough sometimes. Sometimes you got to go against dumb coaching if you want to win, y'all.
Yoga fire.
Listen to me, man. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes you got to go against dumb coaching if you want to win, y'all.
Yoga flame.
Listen, I'm going to give you an example. When I experienced this a lot even playing. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a real life example. I'm gonna come back to this content. Check this out. So my high school was one of the top high schools in the nation when it come down to athletes, right? We was putting out a lot of athletes to Division I. And we was playing a school called Skyline. I went to Dallas Carter. And we was also Cowboys. We was the Dallas Carter Cowboys, right? And we was going against Skyline. And it's this dude over there now. His name was Hodges Mitchell. Okay. I ran track with Hodges. He was fast. He was built like Barry Sanders. He was quick. He was everything. He was one of the top return people in the state. Period. Our coaches told us kick it deep to Hodges. Now we all dogs. We out there knowing we killers, right? We out there like, and we still was like, kick it to Hodges? Nah, don't kick it to Hodges. Now we dogs, but we still respected Hodges Mitchell because he was one of the top dudes in the state returning that ball. Our coaches told us to kick it deep. Man, we got in that huddle and we said, we did it. Nah, we ain't doing that, dog. Onside kick. We onside kicked it 4 times against our coaches.
Yoga fire.
And guess what? We recovered all 4.
Yoga fire. Yoga fire.
Recovered all 4. And then our coaches got mad even as we was recovering it, right? I recovered 2. I recovered 2 on myself, right? Check this out. Then my coach, I told you to kick it deep. If you don't kick it deep, I'm sitting all of y'all. And we like, oh man. I kick it to Hodges. You already know what happened. Do I gotta say what happened? Do I gotta say what happened? Touchdown, Hodges Mitchell. They're back in the game. Yeah, somebody say no respect for coaches is bad. Yeah. But I'm sorry. I know. But sometimes, and I'm just telling you the real world. I'm telling you when you out there and you knowing it's dumb. I ain't talking about when you doubting the play. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about where you knowing, bro, this is dumb. They are scheming us in the teeth of that defense. This is bad. That's what Cooper was saying to him, bro. They keep calling stop routes and they keep sitting on the stop routes. We need to change. I'm sorry. I do understand. No respect for coaches is bad. I get it. But if you sometimes too yes sir, no sir, when them coaches are freezing and when them coaches are nutting up and when them coaches are scared and when them coaches having brain farts, they will take your destiny from you, sir. And see, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you another example. My same high school, when we won state in '88, we won state in the state of Texas. I talked to every one of them. And if you watch our state game when we won state, it was times we was having touchdown drives and our head coach was on the sideline doing this. Like he literally was like, what are they all doing? You know why? Because our offense was calling their own plays. And I went and talked to those guys. I say, bro, I was watching the state game. A lot of y'all offensive drives, it looked like y'all was taking over the play calling. Guess what they said? These are the champions. He said, we did. I said, whoa. I said, you mean coach was calling plays and y'all was running your own plays? He said, yeah. He said, and this is why. He said, we wasn't even the best team. He said, everybody say 88 was the best team at Dallas Carter. He said the best team was in 84. But we watched them dudes lose because they was following coach who had them running the ball too much. And we had way better skilled athletes on the outside, and we never threw the ball one time. He said that was dumb coaching, and we knew it. And then they told us, if you ever in that situation and you feel like coaching them freezing, take over for your own destiny. They did it to win state. Yeah. So obviously those are rare occasions. I'm not saying you should make a practice out of bucking your coaches. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there are times to where you need to. I'm being honest. Okay, put it like this. Who was the person that's going to question Kellen Moore when we see Pollard wasn't getting his touches in San Fran? We go just let him do that? We just go say, do what the coach say. Pollard, he's not a part of the game plan. He's just not a part of the game plan. But he's fresh. Y'all saved him for the playoffs and didn't use him. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm telling you real story because people don't know this. I guarantee when Coach Marv call in, he gonna say what I'm telling you is true. I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. There are times coaches freeze. See, I'm talking real. I ain't talking fake right now. I'm talking real. I'm talking about being down there, looking at them men in our eyes and knowing, Coach, you scared. I've went through it. I'm going to give you one more story. This is a true story. We was sitting in the playoffs and we was losing. And one of my friends, Calvin, he literally went up to our defense coordinator and said, hey, Coach, they seeing that play, they keep snuffing it out. We need to change it. And my coach froze. He just looking at the scoreboard, froze. And he said, Coach, we need to change this. He's still not saying a word. Now I'm looking. I'm right there. I'm not in the stands. I'm in the huddle. And he just looking. Froze. Now, this is the guy that's calling our destiny. And he froze. He nutting up in the moment. He can't even get his brain together to answer a basic question. So you know what the captain of my team did? He was wrong for this, but this is what he did, and I understood it. He slapped him on the back of his head. Sure did. Whop! Coach, wake up! He was mad because he like, I can't believe you freezing right now. I can't believe right now you are nutting up. You're a grown man and you can't even talk basic adjustments. Yeah, okay. During times like that, I'm telling you the real, you got to take over. And let me ask you a question. Do you think Romo would be afraid to take over if he felt like Kellen Moore was nutting up? Do you think Aaron Rodgers would be afraid to take over? So this is why I feel good about what Brad Sham said. If we go back to what Brad Sham said about Dak and the targets of Lamb and just listen.
Aren't you going to decide? And the look on his face and the look in his eye indicated to me that he's way ahead of everybody on that and how much. Now, you didn't ask me about Lamb, but I think this is a thing that we're going to get a look at once the season gets going. It seems to me that Dak sees everything in Lamb that you want to see from a number one receiver, and that Dak, as the quarterback, gaining in confidence every year, is going to take it upon himself to make sure that Lamb is treated as the number one receiver in terms of the distribution of the ball. Whether that plays out or not, that's part of the reason you watch, but that's one of the things I think is in Prescott's mind. I mean, it's up to him. If he wants to throw the ball to Lamb, he'll throw the ball to Lamb.
Brad Sham traveling the world, giving us.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and so that's why when I start seeing and hearing signs of Dak pushing back, right? When I start seeing Dak had a look at his eye like, nah, bro, we not doing what we did with Amari. I'm going to make sure that my boy Lamb get the targets. We not going to do that committed bullshit. Excuse me for cursing. We not going to do that committed stuff. That's what he was saying, going back to what Dez was saying. And this is why I'm starting to get a little bit optimistic about our offense. You hear me? Because I'm hearing and seeing the right stuff. We got us a super chat. Hold on, let me take the super chat real quick. Then I'm going to open up the phones. Let me take the super chat. He say, what up, boss? Kellen Moore got up his game, or Dak is going to have to buck the system. Yeah. If we want to go to the next level, too much talent on offense to be stagnant. Man, dog, you sound like Dez Bryant. You said, shoot, this super chat sound like Dez Bryant. Let me go back to what Dez said, and let's compare it to that super chat. Dez Bryant said, let's be clear. If Dallas wanted Amari Cooper to have an unbelievable year, he could have it. Too much talent over there to be running a system-based offense. Kellen, Dak need to work on pre-check and identifying the one-on-one matchups and start playing chess. We sounding an alarm today, baby. Don't that sound just like that super chat? Yeah. That's what's going on. And what's crazy is the whole time I was doing this, I was doing content on matchups versus systems. I had no idea Dez said that. I had no idea. Dez could have did this show. Dez himself could have did this damn show. For real. If I called Dez, I was like, Dez, bro, I want to do a show with you, bro. We gonna talk about this system stuff versus matchups. Dez would have been like, I got you, and would have killed the show, and this show would have got 10,000 views or 40,000. Easily. Because I'm saying what Dez is saying. I'm saying what Aikman is saying. I'm saying what the playmaker was saying. I'm saying what Jimmy Johnson was saying. And now we starting to see Dak say it.
Yoga fire.
So I ain't supposed to have no hope now? Now I ain't supposed. Now I done gave you 20 damn videos of warnings of sounding the alarm. I done gave 20 videos of all the risk of this system. Just video after 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 video. And then I'm finally starting to hear the noise of hope. That's real. That's not fake. This ain't for content. This ain't for views. This is for us to win. This is why I've done 20 videos on this. And this is why I'm saying, based on the signs that I'm seeing, when I'm hearing Dak come out like, bro, Lamb go get his targets, dog. We not doing that again. When I start seeing that, shit, go on, listen, I might not drink it, but I tell you what, give me, go ahead and give me. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. Yeah. I ain't drinking it yet, but I'm measuring it. I'm measuring it, baby. Shit. I'm like, here, let me put some of this in there. Put some of this in there. It sounds like Dak is talking. Mike McCarthy is talking about matchups. Now I'm starting to hear the right ingredients for our offense to win. Because last year we were hearing systems. This year we're starting to hear the right ingredients. I ain't drinking it yet, but I'm at least seeing and hearing the ingredients of lessons learned. Let's take some calls. So we open back up the phone lines again, and I still got some more, y'all. That ain't it. You know. But I'm just giving y'all the why. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss, this is Coach Marv, man, and I want to get a coach's point of view what you just said.
All right, let's go.
And I'm gonna echo you, man. Listen, man. I go back to my college days. The best coach I ever had was a offensive line coach when I played at Norfolk State. That when we were struggling, he asked us what we wanted to do.
What?
Because he felt, and his philosophy was, after I got finished playing for him and got a chance for us to even talk football, his philosophy, and then I went on with this same philosophy, is that he has coached us well enough to understand what we do best, and we are on the field we're in the battle. So we know what's going on, and we have to be confident in whatever we do, because that's what we're going to do well. Because on the sideline, he could call something, and if all 11 of those guys are not on the same page and confident in it, they're not going to do it well. So, Amari Cooper, this is what the coaches have to do, and especially I would feel on the professional level, with guys that have had experience of their whole life playing football, that you have to be in tune to what your guys are saying, and especially your guys is getting $20 million that you're paying all the money to, that are your superstars, about what they feel is best. Now, do they have, sometimes they have to go rogue, because sometimes you call a play or you put them in situations that's bad. If you coach them enough, and you, as Mike Tomlin say, if you ain't run away from coaching and you run to coaching, you understand that they're making an educated decision. They're not making the decision off of not know how, because they're making the decision off of what you have coached them to do. So, but I always told my players, whatever you said you was going to do, if you do those type things, right, make sure that all your teammates are 100% with it.
Yeah.
Because if you are by yourself, then you're going against everybody else.
Right. Facts.
So that is the thing with guys. And you don't have those situations for players to go rogue, people, when you have the trust of your players that you're going to put them in the best situations for them to be successful. You didn't have that problem on defense. You had that defense with the other defense coordinator, right? They talked about that, well, how guys was all talking about that. You didn't hear no words about that this year with Quinn, did you? Because they felt that he put them in the best situation to be successful. And this goes back to what I said earlier in the season, boss, and all this is coming right back to fruition. I told you, I said I felt that there was a disconnect in the offense, because I felt that the confidence in the play and the system had seeped in, and when that seeps in, nothing you do goes well, because everybody is not on board about how you are doing things for them to be successful. If Tony Pollard and Zeke go this year, they only have 9 carries, or CeeDee Lamb only have, they should make a big fuss about it. You don't have to be in the media, but you need to make a big fuss about it, because it's only about how we're going to be successful to win. And the other guys who are not stars, believe you people, they listen to your stars, because they know their ability or how good they are, and they listen to them. and they understand that they fall in line with what you're trying to do. So it's not. You don't want guys to go roll on coaches. And yes, I was hard on my players, but I felt like I coached them enough and trusted them enough, and they trusted me enough. If they made a decision, they have to come back to me and explain why they made that decision. They just can't go on there and say it's for own personal gain. But if they explain to me why, yes, I'm gonna get a little teed. But I'm not gonna get teed. I'm gonna make sure that they have confidence to be football players. That's what I want them to be, football players. And I have done my job as a coach. Just like listen, y'all coach felt that he done his job when y'all kicked those offside kicks. When he went back and looked at it, he said, "You know something? These guys ain't let their ego take over them. They were smarter than me."
Yeah.
And I have said that plenty of times about my players.
Yeah. We was respecting Hodges. Dude, he returned 2 kickoffs. The moment our coach was like, "Kick it to him, cause I said so." He was like, "All right."
There you go. Now he might have got crazy because y'all kick offside kicks. Now y'all just kick the ball out of bounds. Y'all gonna say it, but y'all kick offside kicks.
We recovered 4 of them. We recovered 4. We was 100%.
That y'all was in one unison.
Yeah.
Everybody was on that kickoff team.
Yeah.
Was one. Listen, you ever heard the phrase that said, "If y'all gonna be wrong, I want all y'all to be wrong."
Yeah. We was all like, no.
Not half of y'all.
Right.
Half of y'all kick offside kick.
Yep.
Half of them run down the field and not even cover the kick. Then he would say, "If y'all ain't gonna do it together, don't do that then."
Yeah. No, we was all in. Coach,
all in.
I respected it because my boy, he was like, "Man, they want us to kick it to Hodges." He said, "Man, I ain't finna do that, bro. I'm finna onside." I said, "Go for it." I said, "We gonna get it." And we got it. We got all 4. I got 2 of them. I ran with one of them 20 yards.
And see, this is where I think this is the problem. This is the biggest problem on that boss with Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
See, this is where the disconnect came in. It's not Amari Cooper, but this is where the disconnect comes in. Why couldn't Cooper go to his offensive coordinator and say those same things, and he listened to them?
Yeah, cause like some people think that's all they got to do is talk. No. Hold on. Once you finish, I'm gonna address that. Once you finish, I'm gonna come back because I'm gonna need to address that independent.
And that's what I hope Kellen has with all this. I hope, just like you saying, when people talking, I hope he's grown now.
Yeah.
Like I always say, he has to get some steps. So
Right.
he's trying to catch up with those steps. Maybe he has grown a little bit. Now to say, you know something? I need to be more mindful. Like Quinn done learned to be more mindful of my players and their thoughts and not get so wrapped up in my ego about what I want to do. That's what he needs to do. And I hope he's grown for that. This is what we're trying to get to Kellen. Grow up. Listen to your players. I'll let you address the ball.
Let me address that because I got to get to that one. I got to get to that.
Right, man.
Yeah. So let me address that. That's a good one. Call back though. You know if they get scared, I'm gonna call you, Renell. I'm gonna call you.
All right.
Man, Coach Moore bring out that
Yoga fire.
He bring out that fire in Boss. All right, listen. So a lot of people are under the misconception that all you got to do is talk to Kellen Moore. No. Because remember when Amari spoke out, he talked about going to Kellen about getting more targets. And that's when he was like, I can tell from practice if they're going to target me or not. And even after he spoke out, even after he spoke out and he finally got his targets versus Minnesota and he lit Minnesota up with just a decent amount of targets, he lit them up with a game-winning catch as the cherry. This dude, Kelly Moore, still got on there talking about, and they asked him when Amari spoke out, was it a coincidence that he got more targets, or was it just by chance? He said, surely just by chance. See, you gotta understand, that's an insult. See, you gotta see that. Like, now his talking didn't do nothing. It would just so happen that the system this time allowed him to get his targets. And he continued to talk about we. I swear he was speaking French. And I can go pull it. I can go pull the exact interview where he was talking that ridiculous stuff about not intentionally giving Amari his targets even after it worked. Because sometimes there's more going on than just common sense in football. That's what you got to understand. That sometimes there are pressures from your boss to do it a certain way or to under target a certain guy for certain leverage points, off-season leverage points. Because isn't it funny that all of a sudden they are just now starting to realize how to properly target number ones again? So you was dumb in 2021, you was smart in 2020, you was smart in 2019 on giving Amari's targets, and you just turned dumb when it was time to not pay him. But now we're smart again. We know how to target CeeDee Lamb. So it's not just about targeting. It's not just even about just talking. Sometimes, let me be straight up, sometimes you gotta straight up rebel. Sometimes you gotta straight up rebel. Because you walking into a toxic environment to where there are sometimes interior motives on why they don't want certain people to get the ball. Yeah. And certain people go run the play that boss gave them. Some yes sir boss types. Some yeah we sick type. I do whatever you say boss type dudes. Yeah. And that do exist. And you have to buck that system. You got to say, oh, I see. Because I've already tried to talk to you in private. My targets didn't go up. I tried to talk to Dak in private. So my targets didn't go up. Okay, I'm going to go talk in public. That's what Amari did. He got ran up out of here. So, yeah, that we see everybody think it's always, oh, just go talk to Kellen. Hey, Kellen, hey, can I get some more targets? If the boss say so. But the boss looking to establish a new 88. You better think, man. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's the truth. We was not wrong at all for onside and kicking. We was right. Our coach was telling us to kick it to the number one kick return man in the state of Big Texas. The number one return guy. He said kick it to him. And we all dog athletes that's over here like, why would we do that? Like, why would we kick it to that dude? That dude run a 10-1 in the 100. That dude is like Barry Sanders. His agility, we was all dogs and we respected Hodges. He was one of them dudes at the end of the game, even when you beat them up bad, you still went and dapped them up like, dog, if you had a little bit more help. Yeah. No, we was not wrong. It was dumb. And it's a true story that when we said, all right, coach, we gonna go ahead and kick it to him. Touchdown, Hodges Mitchell, 99 yards. And we like, all right, coach, you want us to kick it to him again? Yeah, kick it to him. We kick it to him again. Touchdown, Hodges Mitchell for 97 yards. Maybe we should have kept onside kicking and just kept the ball out of his hands. Even if it gave us a short field, we kept the ball out of his hands. All right, real quick. Let me call my boy Renee real quick. Hold on, y'all give me a second. Then I'm going to finish the content. Because it's some reasons we should be optimistic about this offense. And I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling y'all, unless we have major injuries, we gonna enjoy the season. We gonna have us a good time this season. We gonna be sitting back. It's gonna be about just getting back in that playoffs and finishing what we started. Cause I'm telling y'all, I see it. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to call my boy. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second, man. It's freestyle. It's a freestyle Sunday. 509. I'm gonna tell the world your number, homie. All right, here we go.
Big homie,
What's up, big dog?
what's good, man?
Man,
Bruh, first order of business, dog. I got to give you your flowers, bro, because today you are officially burying this topic, dog. I mean, closed casket, bro. And I want to give flowers to Coach Marv too, man. Like, I put it in the comments, man. I don't know Coach Marv, but I feel like I do. Like, in another life, probably my uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to him, man. His insight. A lot of people say, hey, when Coach Marv talk, we listen.
Yeah.
But bro, so
He's a blessing to the nation. He really is.
Absolutely. So I know your background is in business, economics.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you pulling out the receipts today, dog. And everything adds up.
Yeah.
Everything you have laid out with this topic adds up.
Yeah.
When I saw that tweet, I was like, oh my God. I told you, I said, bro, I don't know how in the hell we missed this, but we did.
Right.
That was literally, that piece there was the nail in the coffin. On
That was the
like,
nail in the coffin. Yep.
Nothing else to be said.
Yep.
And I think a lot of our frustrations early on with Kellen Moore came because not so much we were upset at him for not quite being ready for the position. I think we were more upset at management because they promoted him too quickly.
Right.
But that was in the beginning. This is now.
Right.
Let me ask you this loaded question.
Yeah.
How long have you been at your current place of residence?
Mm.
About
2 years.
Okay, so you've been there long enough. When you feel it tingle at nighttime and you got to get up and go, I'm pretty sure you're comfortable enough to maneuver through your house without having to cut the lights on. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you probably can go ahead and aim without cutting the lights on. That's probably how good you got it, right?
I've never tried it, but I think I could.
But you still know how to maneuver.
I'm pretty sure I could. I've never tried it, but if I had to, yes.
Okay, you can maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
But I said all that to say I think our frustrations with Kellen Moore are simply because we're ready for him to be able to maneuver in the dark.
Right.
And when I say maneuver in the dark, when things get dark on the field and the team has schemed well against us and it seems like we have no answer, I need him to reach down in that bag. I need him to get his behind up out of bed, put his feet on the floor, 10 toes, get up, walk, and maneuver through this thing called our offense without having to cut the light on.
Right.
Like, dude, that's what little boys do. That's what little girls do. You got to cut. I need a night light. I got to cut the light on so I can go use the bathroom.
Right.
You're a man now. You've been in that position long enough. We need you to be able to maneuver through this offense, through this house called Dallas, without having the light on.
Mm.
The other piece, one of my favorite Tupac songs, "Staring at the World Through My Rearview," right? And I appreciate the insight you and Coach Marv gave when he called back this second time. But I will say this, y'all were being cute.
Okay.
Look, at the end of that song, and I'm going to say it as politically correct as I possibly can, at the end of that song, he's talking and he says, you know, once you get this thing called life down pat, it's like a game. You know what I'm saying? And you understand the world, and the world is actually behind you in your rear view. And he goes on further a couple of lines later to say, real brothers do what they want to do. Female dogs do what they please. I need Dak to do what he wants to do and not what he pleases to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need him to put his foot down. I need him to what is it? One of the female callers I heard today, I was listening to Law. I think she's Lady Cowboy or something sports, and she said something to Law, and I was shocked hearing it. You know, it comes from a woman like this, but she said, "Man, they just need to get out there and they need to, excuse the expression, let their nuts hang." Dak gotta let them hang, and Law echoed it. He said, "Yeah, that's the mantra." He said, "Put it on a shirt. 2022, we need to let them hang." Dak, you got to grow up, brother. This year 7, dog. I need them things to drop. You got to let them hang, bro. Time's out for child's play, man.
Wow. It's so perfect. You led up into my next points, big dog. I'm going to address that right now.
I love it when it works like that.
It does work. I love it when it works like that, too, because I was just getting ready to get into that. Not the nuts hang part, but just the keys of why I really believe this offense is going to rebound. And it got to do with exactly what you're saying, bro.
Beautiful. Handle your scandal, big homie.
All right. Better appreciate it. That was Renell, man, letting his voice matter. Also, this show is because of Renell and Coach Marv, because a lot of the evidence is because of them, right? Because it was Coach Marv that sent me this article. I'm going to show you this article real quick that was really showing that we was having different terminology that we didn't talk like under Kellen Moore. You wasn't hearing stuff like, you was hearing system philosophy, but you wasn't hearing like what Mike McCarthy said, this is a great opportunity for him personally. Mike McCarthy said, I think just the way we've established the offense, particularly in the pass game, the ability for those guys to play different positions to create matchups. You was not hearing no conversations about matchups. You wasn't. Coach Marv sent me this. And so just showing y'all that this is truly teamwork of all of us making our voice matter. Renell, who was just on the phone, he the one that sent me this on Dez. And he was like, bro, I had no idea that Dez said this. You've been talking about this for months. And I'd be like, bro, me neither. So that's just confirmation that we telling you the truth. You know, like, I'm not copying off nobody's notes. I'm just saying what I see. And then when you seeing people that played with Dak, played with Romo, right, who can tell you, yeah, that's system football y'all playing down there. That is not matchup football. So I want to address Renell's point, okay, about Kellen Moore being able to feel himself through the house and go to the bathroom if necessary because he's old enough, right? That was one of the reasons I am betting on this offense actually turning around in big games. And this is why it's psychological, right? Because last year you couldn't tell Kellen Moore nothing. Why? Because everybody was calling him genius. He's genius. Oh, he's the next head coach for sure. This offensive coordinator thing is just something he gotta do. It's almost like when we know we getting ready to give you the job, but for, we gotta affirmative action. We gotta interview us a couple of them old coloreds. We gotta do us a couple of Rooney Rule interviews, but you got the job. That's how they was treating Kellen Moore. What does he got to learn? He's genius. So, like somebody used to always say, you can never ever feel what's already full. So if you go get a glass and try to fill it when it's already at the top, you can't get it no higher. So he was already at the top. But see, this year is different. It's not just that he's going into his third year as an OC. He's going into his third year as an OC. And this year, he's not praised. He's not loved. He's not catered to. He's not the next head coach for sure. Which means he's in a humbled place. He's in a place to where now you can mold him. You couldn't mold him last year because everybody was already on his balls. But this year he got him a public spanking. Kurt Warner got on his behind. Aikman got on his behind. The playmaker got on his behind by name. Emmett got on his behind by name. Oh man, don't let me go pull it. Jimmy Johnson got on his behind. And they've been publicly saying Mike McCarthy needs to help him. Yeah, it's different this year, right? It's different in a way that makes a big difference. To Coach Maul's point, stop. He just skipping steps. Right. We saying the same thing, Coach. Yeah, because he was genius. Why does he need steps? He's genius. Like, he don't need to go through the champ. He don't need to coach running backs and then tight ends and then receivers 1 year and then be assistant OC to where you part of the game planning committee. No, he's genius. That was last year. This year, it's different. This year, it's the heat on Kelly. Now, the issue is you're not hearing no heat from Steve and them. They pampering him. And that's where they could be a problem. They pampering him. He's our guy. He's our guy. You can do no wrong. It's really wrong when you got leaders that's doing that, because that makes it harder for people that need development to develop, because you catering to them. But the noise is out there. And Kellen going into year 3, this is why I'm not fully drinking this Kool-Aid, because I got to see how you respond. Is he going to respond and double down into system philosophy because of pressure from his boss? Or is he going to respond to the outside noise and his quarterback that seems to be wanting more targets for CeeDee Lamb? Because now he got a choice. He got Stephen Jones to make happy or Dak. Well, Kellen Moore, I'm going to be honest. Dak is more key to your future than Stephen Jones. Just keeping it real. If you give CeeDee Lamb his targets, you're going to make Dak look good. You're going to make CeeDee Lamb look good. And they going to make you look good. Your reputation going to be restored back to genius. They going to jump right back on your sacks. And you'll be the next head coach if you follow the player over the boss man. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. But I think the pressure is a reason why I also have optimism. It's the pressure. It's the pressure on Kellen Moore that he wasn't getting last year, that he was just anointed to have. It's another reason why. Let me take a call real quick. I'm going to take some calls because I got more reasons why I'm optimistic. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it all the way real. Let me take some calls unless y'all don't call in. But we got the call lines back open. All right. If y'all don't call in, I'm going to go back to my point. So check this. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? This is Blackwell, man.
What's up, Black?
Hey. So look, I wanted to say, when I was playing, I remember when our offensive coordinator used to walk over to the players when they used to come in after having like a bad drive. He used to ask the quarterback and the receivers what was they saying out there to make sure that they was all in line and sync with each other. You know what I'm saying? To when they was going over the game plan and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that it was all on one accord and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't be seeing that a lot from Kellen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like in that San Fran game, you seen Kellen looking, you know what I'm saying, puzzled. Like you said, when the coach froze and stuff like that, he looked like he was freezing up a lot in that game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I think, you know what I'm saying, like y'all was saying, you know what I'm saying, Dak will have to buck the system in those occasions, you know what I'm saying? Like, some, you know what I'm saying, they something gonna have to be done, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who is gonna buck the system, it's gonna have to be Dak, you know what I'm saying, those occasions. And it ain't that, you know what I'm saying, the offense got to be super great, you know what I'm saying? Like, once the offense do go up, you know what I'm saying, they go up by 2 possessions, you know what I'm saying? He need to understand that the defense going to be good enough to be able to hold them leads because we do have a great defense over there, you know what I'm saying? So in those instances, can't be doing things like we was doing in those games where we had a league where he kept on passing the ball. You got to run the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a 2-headed monster in that backfield. You got to continuously run the ball, keep pounding the ball. You know what I'm saying? Even if we have 3 and outs from running the ball, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, the defense going to hold it steady. Keep on pounding, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Of course. You know I'm with you on that, bro. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about that, too. I'm going to definitely talk about that some more. The pounding. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be my last point. All right, that was Blackwell. I wasn't even kicking him off the phone, but he jumped off. All right, but he did lead perfectly into my last point. Because at this point I am measuring this Kool-Aid, right? And I am growing in my optimism. I am. And I'm not growing in my optimism because I'm just a blind, dumb fan. I'm growing because of what I'm seeing, right? I'm measuring the Kool-Aid, and I'm liking how it's coming together. I got shanked by the butter knife. Said Tyson said everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. San Fran punched organizations in the mouth, but the Hall of Famers punched Kelly Moore in the mouth. Yep. Yeah, them Hall of Famers did punch Kelly Moore right in his mouth. They did. They didn't hold back. They let him have it. And that's why I am optimistic. I already talked about that, but that's why I'm optimistic, because we at least know now that conversation is actually in the building. It's no longer outside noise. No longer. It's now inside talk. And this is the good news about that. Even if Stephen Jones and Kelly Moore collude to try to still force feed the system vision, at least we know right there at arm's reach is the solution, because we know they talking about it. See, we wouldn't want it to where matchup philosophy is outside the building, where it's hard to go reach for the concept. No, so you can try your little system stuff, do your system stuff, especially on weaker opponents. Go for it. But when you come up against them formidable opponents, and if you flat, now we know Mike McCarthy is going to reach and say, hey, man, we not giving Pollard his touches. We not giving Zeke his touches, and we not giving CeeDee Lamb his targets. You are off schedule. That is the benefit, and that's what I see as a reason why our offense will be better. So, a couple of things to make sure we are on schedule. And this is going to lead into future videos that I'm going to do, that I already promised Coach Marv and others that I'm going to do. And I'm going to do a good job on these. We as fans got to know the benchmarks of matchup football versus system football. Okay? We got to be able to, from the outside, know when they are on schedule. If you remember when we was playing San Fran, I want you to go back and watch that game. And I want you to listen as they're commentating the game. And guess what? You will hear the commentators say this. In that game, he said, Shanahan said that if we get to 30, if we rush the ball 30 times this game, we are going to win. He has a benchmark and a script to make sure they was on schedule to their philosophy of football, their identity of football. To the point he communicated it to the commentator put it out there to the world. As they was getting ready to beat us, he said, Shanahan said that if they got to 30 rushes this game, they would win. And they're at 28. And they getting ready to win. That's what happened. We can do the same thing. So this is what to look for. I'm finna tell you. And we go get deeper into this later as we get, more and more content. I can't do this all on one video. It'd be like a book. But the things to watch. Lamb average targets. That's gonna tell you if we on script. Zeke and Pollard average targets / touches. That's what you gotta count. If we on script, if we on pace, you go see us winning. If you see Lamb targets off and Zeke and Pollard average off, we off script. And we likely, our season is going to be off script. Unless our defense pull us out, which can happen. But I'm just giving you what I'm saying. And this is what I'm going to be watching for every week. Every week after we play a game, I'm going to look at CeeDee Lamb's targets. I'm going to look at Pollard and Zeke touches / rushes from a starting point. Was we on script today? If we on script, yeah, we gonna lose some. We gonna win way more. Hold on real quick. Let me take this super chat from my boy. My boy Renell said, we found out last year the staff is so thorough in monitoring players' GPS. You can tell me they aren't monitoring. Exactly, bro. I already see where you're going. Monitoring to play. You can't tell me they ain't monitoring targets. Stubborn system. That's what he said. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I mean, yeah. See, but I think they are. And I'm gonna just tell you, if it don't happen, blame two people. I'm gonna tell you right now who the blame gonna be. It's gonna be two people. If we don't get on script, them two. Because everybody else is obviously showing that they want to be on script. Zeke want the ball. He's still hollering, feed me. Oh, thank you, coach. 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 See, coach, see, I love the teamwork. He had to add the cherry to my comment, especially in big games. Yes, It's the big games. You're right, Coach. It's not just the Philly Redskins. Not Redskins, I'm sorry. The Commanders. It's not those games. It's going to be, did we stick to the script versus Kansas City? Did we stick to the script versus Tennessee? Did we stick to the script versus Green Bay? Thank you, Coach. Thank you. That's going to be the key. It's not going to be, oh, man, we was balanced. Ooh, versus the Giants. Ooh, man, look how balanced we are, Kellen Moore. Oh, man, you must really got it together this year. No. Thank you, Coach. That's important clarity, what Coach just said. So, I'm going to give y'all my last reason, right? I'm going to give y'all my last reasons why I think this offense is going to, have some success. This stuff is more so just on my eyes and how I see certain players. So, one of the reasons I think an offense is going to have major success, just keeping it real, I think it's going to be mainly because of a couple of people. I think Jalen Tolbert is one. I think Jalen Tolbert is going to be a surprise. He's going to light this season up. I put him official as my breakout player. I have him. And I'm high. I went crazy. I put 1,300 yards for him. That's a lot. But I did. I say he go light it up. He go light it up. Just as long as he stay healthy, y'all get ready to have some fun. This is going to be fun. Another reason is also, nobody talking about this, but also James Washington. Because James Washington, just keeping it real, his tape ain't just like super sexy, but he's still a good third team receiver. And let me take this super chat real quick from my boy C. My boy C, I see you, man. Mr. Day One. He say, the first two games would tell a lot about Kelly. I agree. But also I think see, the first two games can be deceptive because those might be games that he might need to get slapped on. Because sometimes early humbling is good. You know what I mean? It's going to tell us a lot. But sometimes early success is worse than early failure. Because it's the early success that built the monster of the current Kellen Moore. So even if we start off slow, I'm also going to be looking to how did we and he respond. Just keeping it real. That's what I'm going to be looking for. But going back to another reason I'm optimistic on this offense, I just want to definitely take my boy C, Mr. Day One. I've seen Dak work with a worse hand. Another reason, and I'm just pulling out the player reasons now. The player reasons. I think we are also greatly underestimating the value of Tyler Smith playing guard. I think we are greatly underestimating how good that's going to be in terms of the upgrade to Williams, to Connor Williams. I think it's going to be similar to what Zach Martin was in 2014. Where everybody instantly saw the value of Zach Martin going from left tackle to right guard. When he was a left tackle at Notre Dame, we instantly saw the pop on that line and the point of attack because of Zach Martin. I think it's going to be similar in terms of our effectiveness against the run as well as pass protection. But my main reason that I'm optimistic about us having a good season on this offense is 4. That's the main reason. 4 is having an off season, which he didn't have last year. He was rehabbing last year. 4 now going into year 7 has been in situations where he had to win games with B- receivers, and he's done it. As a young Dak, obviously that's concerning. As a vet Dak, I'm not as concerned. I'm just not as concerned. This is year 7 Dak. Even with injuries, Dak Nim is now accustomed to playing with a bad hand with receivers. Because remember, even when we had receiver by committee, we was 3-5 with Dak at QB. And we talking about Tavon Austin as a receiver. And we talking about Hearns, Thompson. No, this receiving core is definitely way better than Dak. And Dak won 3 games with that. So the offense itself is going to be solid. I mean, the only thing that I'm going to be looking for, though, especially in big games, is are we seeing a system? Are we seeing matchups? In the big games, are we seeing Lamb get his targets? And are we seeing Zeke and Pollard get their touches? That's going to tell me everything. That's going to tell me everything. We got a super chat from Coach Marv. Let me take this coup. He said, my breakout is TJ Vasher, 35 catches and 4 TDs. Yeah, he making some noise. I got to put eyes on him. I haven't put my own eyes on him yet, but the reports are out from multiple sources that he keep making plays. I mean, and I don't think that's an accident. I think there's something to that. So anyway, you know, that was definitely why I really believe that our offense is getting ready to go to the next level. So this week, y'all get ready. We got some good stuff coming out. We got some, I'm talking about my top 10 players for the Dallas Cowboys. I also got some breakout and analysis film breakdowns on some people that's coming. So y'all keep y'all notifications on, because we got a week full of content. I know I told y'all I was taking a break. I lied. It's still no days off. I'm still team no days off. You know, just what it is, you know. So y'all keep y'all notifications on, because I'm going to be dropping some videos, and as well as we going to still be doing some freestyles, as well as you going to see even additional content that's going to be coming. So one thing I always say, and y'all may, my coach start laughing. I know, right? Listen, I said no days off. I straight lied. I told me I need to take a break. Ain't no break. But check this out. Just keeping it real, though. Everybody that's in here, if y'all haven't done this yet, make sure y'all do it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, and make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure y'all continue to share the content. We are growing, and it's only growing because of you. Even during a slow period of the season, I'm very, very happy with the growth that's coming from Boss Cowboy Sports, and that's frankly from y'all. I really appreciate the super chats. Also, I appreciate the donations, the secret donations that continue to go into our CashApp. I really appreciate that. And then the public donations that go in with the super chats are greatly appreciated as well. But I just want to make sure that I wanted to explain why I really do believe that we should be optimistic about this offense. Not completely. I haven't gulped the Kool-Aid, but they are starting to now give me reasons to measure. See, because do y'all want me to lie or be honest? Tell me now. Do y'all want me to lie or be honest? Tell me. I'm going to be looking at the chat. Do y'all want me to be honest or lie? Okay. So, to be honest, I was not optimistic about our chances. not watching us head face first towards a cliff. Not when my standard is the Super Bowl. Now, I could have went out there and, put my pom-poms on and Dallas Cowboys, anything can happen if we can believe, if we put out positive energy. It's the energy. We got to put the positive energy out there. Nah. But the fact that I know the answer is at an arm's reach now, the fact that I know that they have discussions and are having discussions and debates on the proper vision towards this offense, I now have hope in this offense, because talent is not the problem. Talent has not been the problem for the last 6 years. It has not been a problem. It's how we use the talent that we have. The Rams won their Super Bowl with less talent. I'm going to say that again. The Rams won their Super Bowl with less talent than the Dallas Cowboys had last year. Amari, I assure you, is just as good as Cooper Kupp. The difference was they intentionally targeted and ramped up their targets to Cooper Kupp. We ramped him down. Facts. Our defensive line, our linebackers, and our secondary was better than the Rams, but their defense was ranked higher. It's how we use our guys. It's not the talent of our guys. I'm certain on that. So the fact that I'm starting to see them debate the way forward to our offense, I'm optimistic. And we will have to watch it play out. I'm going to be doing exactly what Coach Marv said in our big games. I'm going to check and see, are we on schedule, win or lose? Were we on schedule, win or lose? And as we on schedule, we will also have W's going behind it. If we not, you will see L's, panic, blame, and it's going to get nasty. But y'all stay up, man. We got a lot more content coming, and we're going to take you all the way into training camp, feeding you content. So y'all stay up. It's Boss Cowboy Sports. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.